What's up YouTube? So in the last couple of weeks we've got a lot of leaked information about the DJI Avata 2. We've got pictures, videos, we've got FCC database leaks, and today I'm actually here to sum everything up because not so far ahead into the future DJI will launch the DJI Avata 2, and yeah, I'm stoked to give you everything we know so far. First of all, what we can see here is the Fly More box with a single battery, which already suggests that there will be two different Fly More kits. The leaker Igor Bogdanov also showed a second picture of the bottom of the box, where we can see the C1 label of the EASA, which tells us that we can use the Avata 2 much more flexible than the Avata 1, because as the Avata 1 doesn't have any CX certification from the beginning of this year, actually it falls under the Open A3 category, which brings a lot of restrictions. The problem here is that with a C1 label, the fastest mode of a drone has to be limited to 19 meters per second, which restricts the Avata 2 in its top speed, as for example the Avata 1 can already fly 27 meters per second in manual mode. This will be probably only limited to the EU because everywhere else in the world those restrictions are not valid. Oh, yeah! We also now got some new videos of the Avata in close-up and color, and it looks like the lens might be a bit bigger than with the Avata 1. We also can see two cameras in the back that probably are for obstacle avoidance. And also we got the second packaging for the gamepad-like FPV remote controller 3, and it will probably be handled like with the Avata 1, where you have to buy this remote controller separately and it won't be involved in any of the Fly More kits. As soon as DJI launches the Avata 2, I will of course make an update video with all the new informations, the specs, if you should upgrade to the Avata 2 or get it in the first place. So make sure to subscribe to this channel and give it a thumbs up if you like this video so far. On the 30th of March we finally now got the two different Fly More combo kits, and yeah, the only difference here is that one comes with one battery, the other one comes with 3 batteries and the battery charging hub. As it looks, there will be no charging cable involved, so we can suggest it's just gonna be basic USB-C charging. Together with the picture of the two sets, we've got the first look on the RC Motion Controller 3, and it's coming in a similar design as the RC Motion Controller 2 with the little joystick on the back. And now yesterday on the 2nd of April, under the motto Ready to Roll, DJI provided us with the launch date of the Avata 2, which is gonna be the 11th of April at 9 AM EDT. For the Goggles 3 we also got some informations leaked about the radio frequency operating modes, and here you actually can see we can fly in 2.4 GHz, 5.2 GHz, but only in the States. This will be only possible in FCC mode, and then we have a 5.8 GHz mode as well. And what's actually interesting here is the bandwidth. So everything from 10 MHz onwards is OcuSync. It's what we use in our goggles, right? The OcuSync 3 that we were using before was able to fly in 10, 20 and 40 MHz. Just to make that clear, a 40 MHz carrier is 50 megabits a second and a 20 MHz carrier is 25 megabits a second. With O4 now, for the first time, we have an extra 60 MHz carrier in 2.4 GHz. What's incredibly interesting though is if we go down to 5.8 GHz SDR, we have an all new carrier of 80 MHz, which is double of the bandwidth that we see on OcuSync 3 or the original DJI FPV system. So far we have no idea what they're gonna do with that and how much it will be. Maybe it could be 90 to 100 megabits per second. And that could push towards like a strong penetration, so you can fly through objects without much of interruption, or of course really long range flying. In the FCC database we also found the new labels for the DJI Avata 2, for the motion controller and for the goggles, which I will show here. There is nothing super interesting there. The only thing that is making me kind of curious is it is powered by a battery of 2150 milliamp hours, and that is lower than the battery that we had for the Avata 1. Let's see how that affects the flight time of the Avata 2, because primarily it was stated to be higher than the one of the OG Avata. Okay, so this will probably be the last final update video before the release of the Avata 2, and I'm a bit biased about the information that we got so far. I must admit I'm most hyped about the new goggles 3 and the OcuSync 4 capabilities. But yeah, let's wait for the release and I see you in the next one. Ciao!